Japan is home to some of the strongest, most mobile seniors on the planet. In villages across the country, it's not unusual to see men and women in their 80s and 90s climbing steep hillsides, gardening for hours at a time, standing up from the floor without a hand for help. Their reputation for lasting leg strength into very old age isn't an accident. It's the result of daily movement habits, passed down for generations, that focus on principles Western fitness completely misses. Have your legs been feeling weaker than they used to? Harder to stand up from a chair? Harder to climb a flight of stairs without gripping the railing? Harder to walk more than a block or two before your legs start telling you it's time to sit down? If any of that sounds familiar, stay with this video to the end, because in the next few minutes, you'll get 5 exercises inspired by the way Japanese seniors approach lifelong leg strength. Not squats, not walking, not stretching. 5 specific moves that outperform the standard Western advice by a wide margin, without loading your knees, without wearing your joints down, and without needing a single weight or piece of equipment. Here's what Japanese seniors seem to understand that Western fitness overlooks. Real leg strength doesn't come from lifting heavy or from dramatic movements. It comes from consistent, slow, controlled activation of the muscles that hold your entire lower body up every day, a few minutes at a time, focused on the whole leg chain, not just the front of the thighs. That approach is why so many Japanese elders keep their legs strong decades longer than most of their peers in the West. The countdown goes from move number 5 all the way to move number 1, saving the most powerful one for last. Together, these 5 moves take about 10 minutes a day, 3 or 4 days a week. That's it. 10 minutes, no gym, no equipment, and legs that in a few weeks will feel like they've come back to you. Let's begin the countdown. Coming in at number 5 is a move that opens the whole leg chain and wakes up the deep hip muscles that most seniors have completely forgotten about. It's called the standing hip circle. Here's the context. In Japan, there is a national morning exercise program called Radio Taizo, broadcast on the radio and on television for nearly a century. Millions of Japanese seniors do it every single morning, before breakfast. And joint circles, slow, controlled movements at the hip, the ankle, the shoulder, are the foundation of that entire program. There's a reason for that. Joint circles keep the deep stabilizing muscles around your hip active and firing. When those muscles go quiet, your legs feel stiff and heavy the moment you stand up. When they stay active, your legs feel loose, mobile, and ready to go from the first step of the day. To prepare for this exercise, stand behind a sturdy chair, a countertop, or a wall. Place your feet about hip-width apart, with your toes pointing straight forward. Rest one hand lightly on the chair for balance, without letting your hand take your weight. Stand tall, shoulders relaxed, core gently engaged. Now, slowly lift your right knee up in front of you until your thigh is roughly parallel to the floor. Once your knee is up there, slowly circle it out to the side, then back behind you as far as feels comfortable, and then bring it back around to the front. That's one full circle out and around. Take a full 5 seconds per circle. Slow is the whole point. Do 5 slow circles in one direction, then reverse and do 5 circles the other way, going in reverse. Then switch to the other leg and do the same on that side. That's one full set. Rest for 30 seconds, then complete one more round on each leg. A common mistake is rushing or using momentum to swing the leg around. If you can hear yourself breathing hard from this move, you're going too fast. Slow it down until you can feel the deep muscles around your hip doing the actual work of moving the leg rather than momentum carrying it. Another common mistake is leaning your torso around as you circle. Your body stays upright and stacked over your standing leg. Only the moving leg travels. Within a week or two of doing this daily, most seniors notice that their hips feel less stiff first thing in the morning, that taking the first few steps out of bed feels less clunky, and that their overall leg movement feels smoother throughout the day. Sitting at number 4 is a move that looks almost too simple to be effective, but it trains something almost no other exercise can. It's called heel-to-toe tandem walking, and it's one of the most powerful things a senior can do for balance and leg control. Here's the context. In Japan, slow, deliberate walking is deeply embedded in senior movement culture. There's no rush. Every step is placed with intention. That habit, practiced daily over decades, builds the small stabilizing muscles around the ankles and knees that keep the legs steady, coordinated, and confident. It's a big part of why falls are so much less common among older Japanese adults compared to their Western counterparts. To prepare for this exercise, find a clear stretch of flat ground in your home. A hallway works well, or a clear path across a room. Move any obstacles out of the way. If your balance feels unsteady, stay close to a wall so you can lightly touch it with your fingertips for support at any time. Stand tall, with your feet together and your posture upright. Now place the heel of your right foot directly in front of the toes of your left foot so that they are touching in a straight line. Your feet are now heel to toe, one directly in front of the other, like a gymnast on a balance beam. Pause there for a full breath, feeling your body settle over both feet. Now, slowly bring your left foot forward and place its heel directly in front of your right toes. Pause again. Continue this way, slow and deliberate, one step at a time, walking heel to toe in a straight line across the floor. Focus your eyes on a point ahead of you, not on your feet, and use your peripheral vision to check the placement. Walk this way for about a minute, then turn around slowly and walk back. That counts as one full round. Aim for 2 to 3 rounds total. Rest whenever you need to. A common mistake is looking down at your feet the whole time, which throws off your balance and stresses your neck. Glance down every few steps to check your foot placement, but keep your gaze mostly forward. Another common mistake is going too fast. Slow is the whole point. If you feel unsteady, slow down further and stay closer to the wall. Within 2 or 3 weeks of practicing this 3 times a week, most seniors notice their overall balance feels more solid, their steps land more precisely, and their fear of stumbling begins to fade. Before we get to the top 3 moves, the ones that make the biggest difference, take a quick moment to hit like and subscribe to the channel. It helps more folks in this community find the guidance that keeps them moving safely and strongly for years to come. Now let's keep going. Coming in at number 3 is a move that almost no one in the West has ever been taught, but Japanese seniors have been strengthening these exact muscles all their lives, mostly without realizing it. It's called toe curls, sometimes known as toe yoga. Here's the context. In Japan, life happens on the floor. Homes are built around tatami mats. Shoes come off at the door. Seniors spend far more of their day barefoot or in soft tabi socks than most Westerners ever do. All that time barefoot, gripping the floor with the toes and feet, quietly trains the small intrinsic muscles inside the foot. And those small muscles matter enormously. They are the foundation of every other muscle above them. When they're strong, your ankles are stable, your knees track properly, and your legs feel grounded. When they've gone quiet, which happens quickly to feet that spend all day inside stiff shoes, everything above the foot has to work harder to make up for it. Waking these small muscles back up is one of the most quietly powerful things a senior can do for the whole leg chain. To prepare for this exercise, sit in a sturdy chair with a firm seat. Take off your shoes and socks so your bare feet are flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Sit up tall, with your back relaxed and your hands resting comfortably on your thighs. Now, without lifting your feet off the floor, actively scrunch your toes downward as if you were trying to grip a small towel underneath your feet. Squeeze your toes down as hard as you comfortably can. Hold that scrunch for 3 full seconds. You should feel the muscles inside the arch of your foot working. Then, release the scrunch and slowly spread all 10 toes as wide as you possibly can, as if you were making a fan out of your toes. This part is harder than it sounds. Hold that spread for 3 seconds. You'll probably notice that some toes cooperate more than others, and that's completely normal. The point isn't to be perfect. The point is to reawaken muscles that have been asleep for years. Alternate between the scrunch and the spread. 10 scrunches and 10 spreads. Rest for 30 seconds and complete 2 more rounds. Total time, about 3 or 4 minutes. A common mistake is only using the big toe. Try to involve all 10 toes in both movements. If your feet cramp up in the first few sessions, that's a sign the muscles are extremely weak and are firing hard for the first time in a long while. Rest, wiggle your feet out, and try again with fewer reps. Build up over time. Within 2 to 3 weeks, most seniors notice that their feet feel more solid on the ground. that their balance feels quieter and steadier, and that small aches in the feet or arches often begin to ease. Feet that grip the ground properly change how the entire leg above them functions. Coming in at number 2 is a move that opens the deep hip rotators, muscles that get tighter every year of Western sitting and that Japanese seniors keep loose through a lifetime of floriculture. It's called the standing pigeon. Here's the context. In Japan, sitting on the floor in seiza, a formal kneeling position, is a normal part of daily life. Tea, meals, conversation, meditation. Seniors sit down and get up from the floor dozens of times a week without giving it a second thought. That constant hip movement keeps the deep rotators around the hip joint loose and strong. In the West, we sit in chairs almost exclusively, and those same hip muscles seize up over the years. Tight hips pull the low back out of alignment, throw off the knees, and make every step feel labored. Opening them up, even a little, changes how the whole lower body feels. To prepare for this exercise, stand next to a sturdy chair, a countertop, or a wall. Rest one hand lightly on it for balance. Stand tall, with your feet hip-width apart and your toes pointing forward. Now, slowly lift your right foot off the ground and place your right ankle on top of your left thigh just above the knee. Your right knee will be pointing out to the side. You'll be balancing on your left leg with your right leg crossed at ankle over knee. If this position alone is challenging, hold there and breathe for 30 seconds. That's the whole exercise for the first week or two. Once you can hold that position comfortably, deepen the movement. Slowly sit your hips back and down, as if you were trying to sit down into an invisible chair behind you. Only go as low as feels comfortable. Even a few inches is plenty. You should feel a deep stretch through the outside of your right hip and buttock. Hold that stretch for 30 seconds while breathing slowly and steadily. Then, slowly rise back up and lower your right foot back to the floor. Switch sides and repeat on the left. Do this twice on each side. Total time, about 3 minutes. A common mistake is forcing the ankle down onto the thigh when the hip is tight. Don't force it. Start with the ankle placed as high or as low on the opposite leg as your hip allows, and work your way up over weeks. Another common mistake is rounding the back forward while sitting back. Keep your chest tall and your back long. The movement comes from the hips, not from folding forward at the spine. Within 2 to 3 weeks, most seniors report that their hips feel dramatically freer, that walking feels smoother, and that the tight, pinched feeling in the low back that so many older adults live with quietly starts to ease. And here it is, the number 1 most powerful exercise on this list for building real leg strength after 70, the standing airplane balance. Before dismissing this because it might look complicated, listen carefully, because this one move does more for the legs, hips, and balance combined than almost any other exercise a senior can do at home. And once you understand what it's actually training, you'll understand why it beats squats by so much. Here's what's happening. The standing airplane hits 3 of the most important systems for senior leg strength at the same time. It builds the entire backside of your body, your glutes, your hamstrings, your low back, which is the powerhouse of the leg chain. It trains single leg balance, which is the single most reliable predictor of whether an older adult will remain independent into their 80s and 90s. And it wakes up the deep stabilizing muscles that hold the standing leg steady, which are exactly the muscles that catch you when you stumble. All 3 of those in one move in under a minute per side. In Japan, single-leg balance work is a traditional longevity practice, often incorporated into daily rituals and even into simple domestic movements. The airplane isn't a Japanese exercise by name, but the principle behind it, using your own body weight slowly and with control to train balance and strength together, is completely in line with the Japanese approach to lifelong leg strength. To prepare for this exercise, stand next to a sturdy chair or wall for safety. You may not need it once you're steady, but for the first few sessions, have it there. Stand tall with your feet together, arms relaxed at your sides. Shift your weight fully onto your right leg. Once your weight is settled, slowly lift your left leg straight behind you and start to hinge forward at the hip. As you hinge forward, let your left leg continue to rise behind you until your body forms a straight line from your left heel through your torso to the top of your head. At the same time, spread your arms out to the sides like airplane wings, palms facing down. Your right knee stays soft, not locked, and your right foot stays planted firmly on the ground. Hold that airplane position for 10 seconds in the very beginning. Even 5 seconds is fine at first. Breathe slowly and steadily throughout the hold. Then, slowly rise back to standing, lowering your back leg and dropping your arms back to your sides. Rest for a few breaths. Then switch to standing on your left leg and repeat on that side. Do 3 holds on each side. Rest for 30 seconds. Then complete 1 more round on each side. A common mistake is looking down at the floor as you hinge forward, which throws off your balance. Instead, focus your eyes on a fixed point on the wall or floor about 6 feet in front of you. A stationary point of focus is what your inner ear and eyes need to stay steady. Another common mistake is rounding the back forward. Keep your torso and back leg in one long, straight line. If your back is rounding, come out of the position and start again with a smaller hinge. Within 3 or 4 weeks of doing this consistently, most seniors report that their balance has genuinely transformed. They can stand on one leg to put on pants without gripping anything. They feel more powerful when they push off to walk uphill. And their whole lower body feels connected and strong in a way it hasn't in years. That's the airplane doing its work. Balance, posterior chain strength, and deep stability all rebuilt at once. Putting the routine together. Here's how these 5 moves fit into a simple weekly habit that captures the Japanese approach. Aim to do all 5 moves 3 to 4 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is a great pattern. Or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Whatever fits your week, as long as it's happening consistently. The key principle Japanese seniors live by is that consistency beats intensity. 10 minutes done 3 or 4 times this week will do more for your legs than an hour crammed into a single session. Do them in the order shown in this video, from number 5 to number 1. That order was chosen deliberately. It starts with joint mobility, moves into balance and coordination, opens up the deep foundations of the feet and hips, and finishes with the whole body integration of the airplane. The total time is about 10 minutes. Morning is the best time. There's a reason Japanese seniors have done Radio Taiso first thing in the morning for nearly a century. Activating these muscles. First thing means they're online and working while you walk around, stand up from chairs, and climb stairs for the rest of your day. Don't push into the hardest version of everything right away. Start with the basic versions and build up as the moves start feeling more natural in your body. Slow is not weak. Slow is the whole point. This is the Japanese approach, and it works. There it is, 5 exercises, inspired by the way Japanese seniors approach lifelong leg strength, ranked from foundational to most powerful, with the standing airplane balance sitting proudly in the number 1 spot. Remember, real leg strength doesn't come from squats. It doesn't come from walking. It doesn't come from stretching. It comes from consistent, slow, controlled daily activation of the specific muscles that hold your entire lower body up. The exact approach Japanese seniors have been quietly practicing for generations. Start tomorrow morning. 10 minutes, 5 moves. Do the hip circles while you're standing at the counter waiting for the kettle to boil. Do the tandem walk across your living room. Sit down and do the toe curls barefoot. Do the standing pigeon holding onto the back of a chair. Finish with the airplane, 5 seconds each side, and watch how your legs feel a few weeks from now. Drop a comment below sharing where your legs are at right now and which of these 5 moves feels most new to you. It's a great place for folks in this community to learn from each other. If this video helped, hit like and subscribe so more research-backed guidance for staying strong after 70 keeps showing up in your feed. And share it with someone whose legs have been getting weaker on them, because most people have never been told that the answer isn't in the gym. One quick note before you go. Everything in this video is for general informational purposes only and is not medical advice. It does not replace consultation with a qualified healthcare professional. If you have a specific condition or anything that feels off when you move, please talk to a doctor before starting any new routine. They know your body and your history in a way no video can.